A 21-year-old man was arrested Saturday night after a disturbance at a party. This according to Madison Police. They say officers were sent to an apartment along the 1300 block of Ruskin Street just before midnight. When they tried to stop a vehicle leaving the apartment, they saw a man inside was bleeding from his arm. He was treated by authorities. Witnesses at the party say the man became upset, punched a TV and broke a window, as well as attacked someone. He was taken to Dane County Jail and faces charges of battery, strangulation, among others.